Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Have you ever wondered what the world's wealthiest people, the billionaires, are doing with their money? We see the headlines about their companies, their space ventures, and their lavish lifestyles. But what about their hidden asterisk investments? The ones that don't make the front page but quietly compound into even greater fortunes. Today, we're pulling back the curtain to explore where the real money grows, the under-the-radar assets that billionaires are piling into. This isn't just about stocks and bonds. We're diving much deeper. And trust me, some of these might surprise you. This isn't financial advice, but it's a fascinating look into the strategies of the ultra-wealthy that might just change the way you think about investing. So, let's get started. The first and perhaps most significant area is private equity. What is it? Simply put, it's investing directly into private companies that are unlisted on public stock exchanges like the New York Stock Exchange. Why do billionaires love it? Because it offers the potential for massive growth. Think about it. They get in on the ground floor of a promising company before it becomes a household name. They're not just buying a small piece of a giant corporation. They're often taking a significant stake, giving them influence and the ability to guide the company towards explosive success. This is where legendary investors find the next big thing, years before the public even hears about it. It's high risk, sure, but the rewards can be astronomical. It requires a lot of capital and a long-term mindset, which is a perfect fit for a billionaire's portfolio. They can afford to wait 5, 10, even 15 years for an investment to mature, a luxury most of us don't have. Next up, a category that's as old as currency itself, tangible assets. I'm talking about things you can physically touch. One of the biggest is, of course, real estate. But we're not just talking about buying a few rental properties. Billionaires invest in massive commercial real estate projects, office towers, huge shopping centers, sprawling logistics warehouses that are the backbone of e-commerce. Billionaires invest in massive commercial real estate projects, office towers, huge shopping centers, sprawling logistics warehouses that are the backbone of e-commerce. They also invest in something more fundamental, farmland. Yes, farmland. It might not sound glamorous, but it's one of the most stable and consistently performing assets. People will always need to eat, and the amount of arable land on Earth is finite. Billionaires like Bill Gates have quietly become some of the largest private owners of farmland in the United States. It's a hedge against inflation and a bet on the most basic human necessity. It produces a steady cash flow from crop sales and appreciates in value over time. It's a classic get-rich-slow scheme, but on a massive scale. Beyond land, another fascinating tangible asset is fine art and collectibles. You might see a headline about a Picasso selling for $100 million and think it's just a vanity purchase. But for the ultra-rich, it's a serious investment strategy. The art market is its own self-contained economy, largely uncorrelated with the stock market. When stocks are down, a rare masterpiece can still hold or even increase its value. It's a store of wealth, a beautiful one at that, which can be passed down through generations. The same logic applies to other collectibles like rare watches, classic cars, and fine wine. These aren't just hobbies. They are carefully curated collections that act as a diversification tool, protecting their overall wealth from market volatility. They're buying scarcity, history, and craftsmanship, things that can't be easily replicated and often become more desirable over time. Now let's pivot to something a bit more modern, venture capital. This is a close cousin to private equity but with a key difference. Venture capital, or VC, specifically focuses on early-stage, high-potential startups. We're talking about the tech and biotech companies that are trying to change the world. Billionaires who made their fortunes in tech, like the founders of Google or Amazon, often become venture capitalists themselves. Why? Because they understand the landscape. They can spot a visionary founder or a disruptive technology from a mile away. They provide the crucial seed money that allows these tiny startups to grow into industry giants. This is the riskiest of all the investments we've discussed. The vast majority of startups fail. But for a billionaire, they only need one investment out of 100 to become the next Uber or Airbnb for the entire portfolio to see incredible returns. But for a billionaire, they only need one investment out of 100 to become the next Uber or Airbnb for the entire portfolio to see incredible returns. It's a game of hitting home runs, not just getting on base. Another area, which is gaining huge traction, is infrastructure. This might sound boring, but it's the bedrock of our society. I'm talking about toll roads, airports, seaports, and renewable energy projects like wind farms and solar installations. I'm talking about toll roads, airports, seaports, and renewable energy projects like wind farms and solar installations. These are long-term, stable investments that generate predictable cash flow for decades. Governments often partner with private investors to fund these massive projects. For a billionaire, it's an ideal asset. It's essential, has high barriers to entry for competitors, and is often regulated, which provides a level of stability. They are literally investing in the foundation of the economy. As the world's population grows and urbanization continues, the need for new and improved infrastructure is constant. It's a bet on progress and societal development, and it pays off consistently. This isn't about quick flips. It's about building a legacy and a revenue stream that can last for a lifetime and beyond. Let's talk about a sector that's all about the future: biotechnology and life sciences. The wealthy are pouring billions into companies that are working on extending human lifespan, curing diseases, and revolutionizing healthcare. This isn't just about making money. For many, it's a deeply personal mission. They see the potential to solve some of humanity's biggest challenges. Investments in areas like gene editing, personalized medicine, and longevity research are exploding. From a financial perspective, the upside is limitless. Investments in areas like gene editing, personalized medicine, and longevity research are exploding. From a financial perspective, the upside is limitless. Imagine being an early investor in the company that finds a cure for Alzheimer's, or a way to reverse aging. The financial return would be immense, but the societal impact would be even greater. It's a high-stakes field where scientific breakthroughs can lead to massive valuations, and billionaires have the patience and the deep pockets to fund the long, expensive research and development process. And finally, let's not forget about private credit. While most of us think of getting a loan from a bank, there's a huge parallel lending world where wealthy investors and private funds lend money directly to businesses. After the 2008 financial crisis, traditional banks became more restrictive with their lending. This created a gap in the market that billionaires and private credit funds were happy to fill. They can offer more flexible and faster financing than a bank, and in return, they earn a higher interest rate. It provides a steady, reliable income stream that is less volatile than the stock market. For a portfolio that already has high growth, higher risk assets, private credit adds a layer of stability and consistent cash flow. It's like being the bank. And as we all know, the bank usually does pretty well. So, what's the common thread here? Control, long-term vision, and a focus on assets that aren't available to the average investor on Robinhood. Billionaires don't just play the game. They change the rules by getting access to exclusive opportunities in private equity, venture capital, and real assets like farmland and infrastructure. They invest in scarcity, innovation, and fundamental human needs. They can afford to be patient, letting their investments compound for decades. Far from the frantic noise of the daily stock market, while most of us can't go out and buy a wind farm or a Picasso, the mindset is something we can all learn from. Thinking long-term, diversifying beyond just stocks, and understanding the value of tangible real-world assets are powerful lessons. It's about looking for value where others are and having the conviction to hold on for the long haul. The world of billionaire investing is a different universe, but by understanding their strategies, we can all become a little bit smarter about how we manage our own financial future. Thanks so much for watching today. I hope this gave you a fascinating glimpse into a world that's usually kept behind closed doors. If you found this interesting, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more deep dives like this one. Let me know in the comments which of these investments surprised you the most. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.